I wake on is gone by a busy day. Not many folks to say my favorite. I ain't fit for those long Texas. Merk schon, man braucht perfektes Englisch. iPad und danke. I got meet Enkel family first and sometimes Phyllis dort die sehr verkürzte englische My most favorite child in the world. As pretty as a Georgia peach. Wir treffen gleich die Engel Family. Wir verbringen diese Zeit mit der Tochter, die sehr glücklich ist. Often see her reading through the here and helping me to write, but that gibberish just don't stick in my head no more. I don't learn how to write my name a few times, but letters always turn upside down. Sehe sie oft durch das Fenster Bücher lesen oder lesen. Die hilft mir dabei, lernen und lesen und schreiben zu lernen. Kannst du mir mal auch bei. Ah, dieses Gibberish bleibt nicht auf meinem Kopf stecken. Kannst du mal? Ich hab's nicht gelernt, wie ich meinen Namen schreibe. This is where the town children play around time all day. But I don't see no sign oben. Wie viele Wörter willst du verkürzen, ey? Ist so krass. You usually be out erasing cane. But not today. Das ist die Stadt, wo die Kinder rumgespielt haben. Bis zu diesen Tage. Ja, dem Tag. O-Day heißt O-Day. Die Kinder sind momentan gar nicht mehr. One time some town children was playing near the road and we saw someone moving out. Soll das sein? Also die Kinder haben irgendwelche Wesen oder irgendwas gesehen gehabt? In dem Gebüsch oder im Wasser? Achso, dann ist es ein Teich. Teich. Links. Das sind Gräber. When the children came closer, they saw an escaped black prisoner. I reckon he got shot while trying to escape because he was bleeding an awful lot. By the way, the children started throwing stone at him. Die Kinder näher kamen, haben sie mitbekommen, dass die Person, die da geraschelt hat, ein Gefangener war. Der flüchtete. Laut der Aussage wurde er angeschossen. Die Kinder haben ihn dann einen Stein beworfen. Oh, the stone landed right in his eye and blinded him. This area was just budded or wet. It didn't stop the little rascals, though they laughed, heading until Susie came out. He gave the kids hell for what they done and made them scramble away. Also einer dieser Steine, die geworfen worden sind, haben dazu gebracht, dass der Mann blindet, nichts sehen konnte. Die Kinder haben das so lange gemacht, bis die Susie rauskam. Susie hat den Kids die Hölle. She told the prisoner to hide in this here. That showed me no one. Out but me. Boy, Susie hat dem Gefangenen quasi gesagt, er soll in den Keller da rein und keiner soll darüber sprechen. Auch die Kinder sollen nicht darüber reden. Where the guards saw the blood stain here, figured that he was hiding nervy. Found him at die Aufseher haben Blutflecken an dieser Stelle gefunden. Die Person in der Nähe sich versteckten. Hey, is anybody home? It's me, old Godfrey. Look, I got some flowers for little Susie. Hey, ist jemand zu Hause? Ich bin's, Godfrey. Schaut, ich habe schöne Blumen mitgebracht für die kleine Susie. That's funny. Why ain't they home? Come back after I meet some other folks. Das ist ja lustig. Warum ist keiner zu Hause? Nur zurückgekommen, nachdem ich mich mit anderen Leuten umgeben habe. Mhm. There's George Grady's house over yonder. Let me go say my goodbyes to him. Also das ist das Haus von George Grady's. Wir wollen jetzt darüber gehen, um auf Wiedersehen zu sagen. Why? Where's everyone today? The whole town feels doggone, right? Ain't so much as mouse staring about over once, but I did not know you're gathering today. Gathering. Das ist echt schwer zu lesen mit den ganzen Apostrophen da. Warum ist niemand keiner heute da? Die ganze Stadt wirkt hundeleer. Die Mäuse gucken sich an. Maybe everyone. Vielleicht ist da jeder beim Tempel, aber ich höre niemanden. Weder eine Zeremonie noch eine Opferung. Ja. Hey George, you're home? Me, Godfrey. Hey George, bist du zu Hause? Ich bin's, Godfrey. George and his mischief been trying for a child of 6 years with no luck. George shared his plight with our Lord, Father's glorious, and was told to bring his lovely wife to the temple, for divine blessing, with the Father himself. Well, that was almost 9 months ago, and wouldn't you know that she gave birth to a healthy boy? Weiß nicht, was Misuse. Aber George versucht, ein Kind zu bekommen? Was? Had almost with no luck. 6 Jahre lang keine Kinder bekommen. Hat versucht, Kinder zu bekommen. Und George hat sein Problem mit Gott geteilt. Vater Glorious. Seine Frau sollte mit zum Tempel kommen. Für eine Divine Blessing, also eine Zeremonie. Ich weiß gerade nicht besser zu übersetzen. Segnung, für eine Segnung mit dem Vater selber. Ah, okay, ich glaube, ich verstehe schon, wo das hingehen soll. Gehen wir davon aus, dass es heißt, dass dass der Vater Glorious. Ah, okay, jetzt verstehe ich das dann gesamt. Also George und seine Frau haben 6 Jahre lang versucht, Kinder zu bekommen, aber hatten kein Glück dabei. Und er hat sich dem Lord anvertraut damit. Und der Vater Glorious sagte zu ihm, er soll mit seiner Frau zum Tempel kommen. Dort wird seine Frau heilig gesprochen, quasi, beziehungsweise gesegnet. Das aber mit ihm selber. Well, that was almost. Ja. Genau, 9 Monate später hat sie dann doch ein Kind bekommen. Wundert's einen, wie es dazu kam? Just the other day, I seen George here telling some old folks about how the town ain't gone, but with the lies no more. Said that the trust is broken and that we all just start an uprising. Been lied long. Welchen Bereich nutzt man denn diese Apostrophen so oft bei Wörtern? E wird weggelassen bei just. Uprising das G. Alterssprache. Also eine ältere Sprachform von Schreibform. Egal. Aber am anderen Tag sah ich George rumerzählen. Aber die Stadt hat ihm nicht zugehört oder seine Lügen geglaubt. Oder dass man keine Lügen mehr glauben sollte. Äh, Das Vertrauen der Stadt wäre gebrochen. Dass wir alle auferstehen sollen, beziehungsweise wir wurden zu lange angelogen. There's Miss Wilson's face. Old widow took care of for many. He told me about the religion, but says that I hate go to the witches because they're evil. Das ist Mrs. Wilsons Platz. Sie war eine alte Witwe, die sich um mich gekümmert hat für viele Jahre. Sie sagte mir, sie erzählte mir über die Religion, aber sagte, ich sollte nicht zu den Ritualen gehen, denn sie wären böse. She's fine, cooked you body cooked. Just the other day she brought so much food to the ceremony that hands, mouth, water, nuts and cakes and don't know what all. Sie ist also auch eine gute Köchin gewesen. Keiner konnte kochen wie sie. So wie den anderen Tag brachte sie sehr viel Essen zu der Zeremonie, dass einem nur das Wasser im Mund verlaufen. Tartars, Kuchen, Sandwiches, weiß auch so. Personal of us works got much just the terrors got served. Then the temple guards they feel they by there were left. Natürlich musste das Volk hungern, beziehungsweise haben nicht so viel zu essen, denn am Tempel war es so, dass also die jüngeren Leute erst was zu essen bekamen, dann die Wachen und erst dann hat das Volk oder das restliche Volk die Krümel quasi bekommen. House is decaying and baby condition. Should listen to listen. Painted it when I can't remember so good. The last I could done to repay her for her kind. Frage ist gerade, wir sind jetzt wieder zu Besuch und sind älter. Also waren wir früher mal hier. Also Frage ist, was das hier alles ist. War nur eine Stadt, eine gläubige Stadt, also quasi vielleicht sogar christlich, vermutlich. Vielleicht haben wir so eine Art Sekte oder sowas. Das Haus zerfällt, es ist in einer schlechten Kondition. Hätte Mrs. Wilson zuhören müssen und es dann damals anmahnen müssen, die Chance hatte. Aber heutzutage können sich meine Gehirnzellen nicht mehr so gut dran erinnern. Aber es wäre das letzte Zumindest das letzte, was ich machte, um ihr Mrs. Wilsons Freundlichkeit zu danken. Hey there, she is sitting at the window. Howdy you do, Wilson. Maybe she's offered me a cup of cocoa. It's my most favorite treat and it enjoy it. Ach, da ist sie ja. Ja, sie sitzt am Fenster. Hallo, Mrs. Wilson. Gleich gibt sie mir ja eine Tasse Kakao. Ein Maus für eine Lieblingsfähigkeit. Belohnung. Ich muss mal meine Haare mal langsam wieder Haargummis. Hey, so das aber da rein. Aber so kann man auch ein Spiel machen. Da geht's in einem Host Place. Open up, miss. I've been thinking about meeting you since morning. Good to finally see someone and wenn sie die Tür, miss. Ich denke schon die ganze Zeit heute Morgen darüber nach, die zu besuchen. Es ist schön, endlich jemanden hier zu sehen. It's me, Godfrey. I saw you the widow just now. Hello. Ich bin's gut. Godfrey. Wir haben Fenster gesehen. Sie da? Hey, you. Irgendwas ist nicht richtig. Schon passiert? I think I go talk to a black servant over at the judge where her as her. Ich denke, ich sollte zu Ernest gehen. Das ist ein schwarzer Magier? Aus oder ja, was ist Richter? Auch wenn da keine Zeremonie während, am In memory of Catherine Wilson, widow of John Wilson. That big place is just uh, also one of the founding members of the temple. They say I'm in Father Glorious. I'm Dieser große Platz ist Richters Haus. Er ist einer der Gründer Tempels. Mit Vater Gloria schon seit Kindheit befreundet. The judges and the fathers were forced or villa farmers from Needle, Alabama. But now look at the judge. Yes, leave it in the Lord's hands. Go can't grace. What a glorious ceremony. Saturday. Also grundsätzlich ja nicht gerade, wie man das liest, den quasi genannt. Die der Richter, Vater oder ein mal Farmer, Titel. Aber schau sie jetzt an. Einer ist der Priester in den Händen des Lords, die dies begreift. Das Licht. Faint sounds police was it's so lonesome and mournful as if the whole world's dead and ehrlich gesagt will ich nicht jetzt alles. Hopefully Ernest Hotel gone to. I like to say my goodbye. Nee, ist gar nicht grob zu sagen. Hello Ernest. Oh my lord, who's shooting at firing? Stop firing. It's me out Godfrey. Doggone it. Who's out there? Better hide behind the house. I get. Die wurden gerade geschossen. Nichts gerade gemacht. Got it tight and the extra cried. I'm trampling all over. I can't stop shaking. Look, my hands just won't quite quivering. Die versuchen still zu sein. Die zittern sogar. The town's been talking that is they would come. Most old folks first, but they shouldn't stay silent. They know dawn. The god Also die Stadt hat quasi den Tag schon vorausgesehen. Dear Lord, please save me. Hope I'm safe here. I just gotta hush. Like, hier, lieber Gott, bitte schütze mich. Show George Grady that he's asking for muck, raising too many questions. Don't you know what became all the others? So, the fathers? The temple's got ears everywhere. Now look at the treated mess we're in. Es wurde quasi gesagt, dass George Grady zu viel gefragt hat. Den Tempelleuten. Oder über die gefragt wurde. Sagte, dass die Templer überall Ohren haben. Würde. Yeah, I think the guards went back to. Kann ihn nicht mehr hören. Ich denke, der Aufseher sind zurück zum Tempel. We try again if Ernest thought hard. Lass mich nochmal schauen, ob Ernest zu Hause ist. Und Ernest, Ernest, I beg you to open up. I'm terrified to stay here. Get stuck. Gone. Sein. A God cursed those honored God down. Möge Gott diese Aufseher verfluchen. Sie sind zurück zum Tempel gegangen. They don't explain where all the folks are. Everyone's gone and disappeared to the fork. All I know. Das erklärt immer noch nicht, warum der hier ist. Die alle dem Hebel gefolgt. Mama Jim lives in that house down yonder. It's his barn. Father glow. Never misses a moment or ceremony at the temple. He always dressed in his fine white cotton for all the ritual. Into all of them. Der Farmer Jim lebt in dem Haus. Jemand, der die Zeremonie nie verpasst hat. Man, say at least his horse and cars uh, be there, being any sign of living. I feel terrible alone. Wenigstens seine Pferde und Kühe. Sag bitte, dass noch die Pferde und Kühe dann noch zumindest ein bisschen Zeichen von Footstep. There ain't no horse and those Tim's carve recently sacrificed him would personally or trust lead brothers as good. Gibt keine Tiere, keine Pferde, keine Kühe. Einmal nutzt, einmal wurden die Kühe und eine Kuh und ein Kalf geopfert. Und Jim hätte sich persönlich geopfert. Der, wie ich sage, many of the talks Jim, the coach, showed recently. Coach Grady told us to be careful what well Jim's feel Jim has changed an awful lot since he became a believer. He won't like this. Seitdem der Jim so gläubig ist, fangen die ganzen Leute an, ihn mit der Schulter anzugucken und nicht mal mit der Schulter, dass er sich verändert hat, seitdem er gläubiger geworden ist. The rotten stench is dead. Wonder what's remained. Yeah, but losing him of rank. Also richtig laut, dass irgendwas am Verrotten ist. Fragt sich, was da. Ja, oh, use firewood. Ja, an use. The whole town posed together and killed the day. Father Glorious had his heavenly vision. Same feared more years ago. Angel camped down. Warte mal, ist das ist nach dieser Sekte nachempfunden, die sich, glaube ich, Gift oder sowas, gemeinsam Gift getrunken haben, weil sie gedacht haben, gut wären oder als Alien. Okay, gut. Klingt so nach einer der, die geglaubt haben, dass sie tot werden. Hülle wäre. often sit here and stare at the sky. Angels, say Vater Glorious, Könnt. Ich sitze, also er sitzt hier scheinbar oft, in den Himmel zu gucken, die Engel zu. Remember once seeing Jim after the first ritual, he had a crazy look in his eye, like that madman or a murderer. He smelled smoke and burn, keep chanting, glory, glory, glory. The raven became terrorish after that. Muss, kann mich noch erinnern, wie ich einmal Jim angetroffen habe. Als wäre ein böser Mann oder ein Mörderer. Er rach nach Verbrannten. Die ganze Zeit rumgeschrien, Glory, Glory, Glory. Used to be Father's glorious house. Now it's belonged to one, and we say, good idea. Here to Cartwright prison, and the deal is, I'm sure the prisoners is still around. See, ain't no dummy that everyone makes to be. War einst Vater Glorious Haus, aber nun gehört das Warren Henry. Suchen wir nach den Cartwright Prisoners. Irgendwo. So. War cool gemacht. Chapter 2 Demons. Took the long walk to the prison. Can't believe this been my daily walk to work. Yes, my day used to be. Hey Billy, your old friend Godfrey. I ain't reporting for work, so don't get no ideas. You here? Open up quick. I gotta tell you about the town and how everyone is missing. Und scheinbar unser Freund Billy. Wir wollen ihn, wir hoffen, dass er da ist und aufmacht. Das ist Mission where Billy is lazy, maybe he's off napping some. Wir versuchen gerade ein Bild zu. Wir denken, dass er vielleicht schlafen ist. I've been a janitor in this prison for many years, and Billy was always taught here off with all the gossip world. War ein Angestellter quasi in diesem Knast. Und Bill hat uns immer Backe vorgeredet. August und Dorne, even told so. prisoners about the big day tomorrow. Oh my god, Lord, I ain't a person all day, but it sounds like that damn dogs don't want life and up to gracious thing us to hate all the guard dogs, worse or more vigils, the plan don't work. Rumors is that he was brought to Cuba and up and really stuff even a snack when he chased a black. Hey, hey, hey. Die ganzen nur gehasst. In Erzählungen rum, dass der Hund aus. Er wurde so erzogen, dass er Snacks bekommt, versucht schwarze Menschen quasi zu jagen. Eaten so oft. Finn has always gone rapid just like man. Many's of whom he's Hund wurde so oft geschaut, dick wurde. Dem reagiert er auf Menschen wie schwarze Menschen sehr unwohl. Why I'm so violent? They almost kill off him euch bite the warden. Er so aggressiv geworden. Dass sogar Leute siehst, die versuchen ihn die Kette. It was bad luck one day that I was sitting near the Billy had forgot to put the muscle where that got sounded downward bit a chunk left leg able to. Also eines Tages wurde es vergessen, die Leine dem Hund quasi weg. Der Hund hat uns dann gebissen. Probleme bei mir. Always 2 yards up on that tower, but Billy told me that the guards killed apes some weeks ago. He was trying to escape. Older than 80 and wouldn't known he did. Maybe that's what his purpose. So, da oben waren immer 2 Wärter quasi. Bill hat uns erzählt, dass ein namens Abe quasi 80 war und Wächter gekillt wurden. Er hat versucht, er das quasi gemacht hat. gelöst wird, statt halt. Boy, this place is just getting shyer and since they scared me. It tells me that I was the best janitor. This I just with all this TK. Also der Otzer fällt. Der Bill meinte, der beste Richter gewesen. It worked. There's even Judge Raven. Die das ist irgendwie ein Bild, wo geht das Professor an seinen Kopf gab. Ich irgendwas Schönes. Das heißt, sehr merkwürdiges Spektakel. To the Honorable Father Glorious, I went here earlier to propose leasing of. You are aware Germany has leasing convicts from which Britain paying our fair dollars to you for this. Not to mention my personal donation to ever request for six has in 400 original lease quote has the schlockers are not the bag that you last time sent us more blacks. Look elsewhere. Okay. Wurden viele Arbeiter hergeholt quasi? Also wir brauchten 300 Arbeiter oder Strafgefangene. Irgendwie haben sie mehr oder brauchten sie noch mehr? Let me go talk to Warren Henry, see what he figured. To say that Warren Henry a bad person, but I disagree. When he was wo- brutally beat his slaves. Okay. Also wir gehen jetzt zu Warren Henry. Viele der Leute sagten, dass er eine schlechte Person sei. Seine Sklaven sehr. Warren Henry was during the Civil War believed that further that today no prisoners here want Ganz ehrlich, nimm mal ein Bett. Dear Henry, it has been brought to my attention Emma states that forming a special investigate claim abuse at Vince was leaked in Maud. Proceed to he gets what it deserving. Trocken. Ja, das so. So. And throw the death, the death, and the tour in the prison for some days. Haven't have the whole fest be clean. Hmm. The English language does not have the learned words to express the uttermost bench prison. Clean up the wild prisoners, make them at least presentable before they become legal, even free to this decommission. Therefore, till I hear from them, remain your most. Also, wenn ich das richtig verstehe, so gesagt, das Amt und zu gucken, im Gefängnis ist, und erzählt, sehr schlecht mit den Leuten umgeht, vom Missbrauch bis dass alles sauber gemacht werden soll. Officers might come to the west, the one down prison. Here's some cleaning, the one away from all the chaos, security of the cells. My dear friend, Ivory, Ivory, I pray this letter find you in the best of not been regular at the time these weeks, only because I have been busy sent mutual benefit. I endeavor to bring to and the commission is forming to rid the prison. We must quell this commission to protect by the townspeople. Suppose that you up the town against the blacks, perhaps a ritual to get the town to a frenzy. Tell the town that Barnes is black rebels free on their women and children. Also bisher klingt es, als würde Hetze quasi gemacht werden. Ich glaube, young man to arrange between Idi ist das. Frag nach einem Treffen mit ihr. Yeah, there's a growing fear in me. This has already happened really, and the one ain't here and near. What will become of me if everyone's gone? Damit die mit Doppel-L ist das echt noch eine alte Schreib. Wir haben weder Warren noch Billy angetroffen, gefragt, ob wir mittlerweile die letzten Black Prisoner Guts, der Cell Custer Glorious Saint, said many a times that it only be us with folks up there. Let me check the cell logs. Jemand da ist. Voll doof, ey. This cell block feels dead and hollow just like everything else today. Always hear cries, groans, and screams. Yes, so the silence feels spooky and depressing. Oh, ich wüsste ehrlich gesagt gerne, in welche Richtung das Spiel noch geht, weil ich nicht habe vier Worte. Cell block feels dead and also der Gefängnisblock wirkt sehr leer. Damals hat man hier Schreie und sowas gehört, aber im Vergleich zu heute, wo es leer ist es gruselig. It's sweltering hot and I'm dried up thirsty. I will sit down here after I figure out what's going on. Didn't enjoy cleaning these toilets. It to be overflowing with filth and smell was did it with der hat's nicht gemocht, die Toiletten. It's usually around 20 convicts cramped in this cells with prisoners. Titus was kept here oh, always friend. 20 Gefangene waren hier jeweils oder allgemein. Einer dieser Gefangenen war der Titus, der immer freundlich war. He used to be a slave and didn't have no place to go. He was to the wall. One day he was sitting under a tree, mind own business, and the sheriff arrested him for fragrance. Ja, okay. Ich weiß noch nicht, wo das Spiel hin möchte. Also anfänglich war man irgendwie in einem Dorf sind wir irgendwie im Knast, Gefängnis. und was in Richtung Schwarzenarbeit, Sklavenarbeit quasi. So sind wir vermutlich in Amerika zu der Zeit, wo Sklaven gehalten worden sind. Die Slave, weil eine Person hier als Sklave befreit worden ist quasi, und als er draußen war und sein eigenes Business gemacht hatte, wurde er verhaftet. Judge Ravenel sentenced Titus to 5 years for that. He was leased out to plantation a few months after, where he and 10 others convicts was told to clear a swamp down in Jackson. Der Titus wurde von Judge Ravenel, also vom Richter Ravenel, zu 5 Jahren verdonnert, auf eine Plantage zu arbeiten, wo andere 10 Leute auch arbeiten mussten. I heard that they was 8 days in the deep pool muck. Many got malaria from the mosquitoes and constantly eating away at them. Ich habe hörte, dass viele angekettet waren für mehrere Tage. Ich habe gehört, dass viele in einem Pool aus Schlamm tagelang waren. Viele durch Moskitos Malaria bekommen. The Alabama sun got Titus thirsty. They was drinking the same filthy swamp water they been standing and wasting in for days. Most of them died from sickness, but Titus made it out. Die Alabama-Sonne, also diese Titus und die ganzen Arbeiter sehr durstig gemacht. Und so, dass sie da dreckige Wasser getrunken haben, ganze Zeit. Und also so, dass sie trockenes Wasser trinken mussten. Und viele deswegen verstorben sind, außer er, der Titus. Well, he was sent back here just a couple weeks later, because the plantation owner said he followed behind her on evening. Let's book her and plane to her hospital. Wochen danach wurde er zurückgebracht, also in seine zurückgebracht, da der Plantagenbesitzer der Meinung war, dass Titus ihn verfolgt hat, dass sie verfolgt hätte, dass es denen Angst gemacht habe, die das. Jesus told me he just wanted to ask her for some water and didn't know what he'd done wrong. Also eigentlich hat Titus einfach nur nach Wasser gefragt und die haben es falsch aufgenommen. A few days after Titus was back, God the Glorious told all of us there were that a young black man has dared touch and rape a white woman, that he in part to divine justice. Tage später, als Titus hat Vater Glorious uns allen erzählt, dass ein junger schwarzer Mann sich getraut hat, eine weiße Frau zu missbrauchen und dass er jetzt zur Rechenschaft gezogen wird. Nicht, ob ich das Spiel weiterführe. Ich habe das Gefühl, dass die weirde, na klar, die Vergangenheit vermutlich dargestellt wird, aber mir gefällt halt diese Werte nicht. When Titus was invited, but I didn't go cause permission. Wilson, I would never saw him after that. Was no older than 15. Sie haben ein Ritual an Titus angesetzt, durchzogen. Aber ich habe Mrs. Wilson, also er wurde sogar, also wir wurden eingeladen, da mitzumachen oder mitzugucken. Haben uns aber Mrs. Wilson anvertraut und gesagt, dass wir da nicht hingehen. Ja, was sein? Hat man ihn nicht mehr gesehen. Whenever I'm there, it makes me heart sick and blue. There was a prisoner here, and he became a friend of mine. His name was Isaac, but everyone called him Professor. Once, even from the south, he was a newspaper writer all the way from Ohio. He was the only good black man I ever did. Jedes Mal, wenn ich hier in dieser Zelle bin, wird hier kalt und schlecht und gab es hier einen Gefangenen, mit dem ich befreundet war oder befreundet wurde, dessen Name Isaac war, den man aber auch Professor nannte. Er war noch nicht mal vom Süden, sondern er war ein Zeitungsschreiber, Zeitschriftenschreiber aus Ohio. Er war der einzig gelehrte schwarze Mann. Halt Rassismus, was hier gerade gestellt wird. Wollte ich halt nicht. Well, he come down to the south to write about how things was going 10 years after the Civil War ended. The judges didn't like him staying around our town. Also er ist zu der Stadt quasi gezogen. Bei den Leuten hat es nicht gefallen, dass er mit der Nase überall rumgeschnüffelt hat. Horse whipped back and the barn, describing to you to vision have witnessed us at Cartwright prison in Neil. AL convicts are brutally tortured and on a daily basis. They are then situations in a form of legal slavery. Work conditions. These companies are horrible. Convicts by exhausting malaria, dysentery, and gunshots wound. Nearly no least convict ever make it back alive to the prison. Senator, I urge you and your fellow Alabama legislators stop the disgraceful exploitation that is taking place at the prison. Judges, the sheriffs, and the police are part of the record. You will likely not receive more letters from me since I fear will be released out soon or worse. Wieder ein Schreiben über das Gefängnis, die Leute behandelt werden. Dass viele Leute halt schlechte Arbeitsbedingungen sind. Dass viele Gefangenen quasi dauerhaft müde sind, Malaria bekommen, Gunshots, also Waffen, Schusswunden haben. Professor was accused of stealing an chicken and sent here by Judge Juvenile for 10 years on the account of grant theft. I never quite figure out why a well-to-do man would steal a chicken, but it was his word against the white. Isaac war das quasi, Professor was wurde verhaftet quasi, weil er ein Huhn gestohlen hatte. Und er wurde halt für 10 Jahre weggesperrt. Over time he got Ellen represent us, but how thing was in Ohio started filling their heads about mumbo jumbo like freedom and rights for blacks. Billy ran his big mouth off to the warden about this, even though I told Professor they cried outside. Über die Zeit. Wo hat er die anderen Gefangenen quasi erzählt gehabt, wie es in Ohio ist? Dass viele schwarze Menschen für Freiheit gekämpft haben, beziehungsweise sich ausgesprochen haben. Bill wollte halt den Warren das auch erzählen quasi, aber unsere Figur hat gesagt, er soll es sein lassen. Richtig verstehe. The next day, other prisoners was brought in this area and the guards dragged Professor out of his cell. Judge Ravenel even came and was given a nice seat. All the rest of us had to stand and watch. Am nächsten Tag wurde Isaac das aus seiner Zelle geholt und Richter Ravenel kam auch dazu, beziehungsweise wurde sogar ein Platz angeboten, Sitzplatz. Der Rest von uns musste mit dastehen und anschauen, wie es abgezogen wurde. Oh Gott. Professor was tied down to this chair. A doctor was brought in and said he's some sort of experiment by hooking up big wires on Professor's head. Doc pulled down a lever that sent electricity through them. Will here a long time, but I never heard such cries of pain and agony like I did that day. I remember the full stink, burning human flesh in the air. Also im Endeffekt ist das gerade eine Hinrichtung. Hier, hier wird halt nur beschrieben, dass ich an das halt viel hier gearbeitet hatte, die diesen Geruch hatte. Verbrannten Menschenfleisch beschrieben. Der Doktor quasi. Professor was never the same. His jumbled words didn't make no sense. He just gazed into the distance with troll running down his mouth. That was happening. Blacks things too much around here. The one wanted that body and cell of the days after. Okay, und deshalb hatten wir den einen Tag, glaube ich, die Person gesagt, sie soll nichts darüber erzählen, wenn Ordnung ist. Hier steht quasi, dass Isaac nicht mehr sich selbst war, dass er gemurmelt hat quasi. Und dass man in der Entfernung jemanden sagen hört, äh, dass, dass das mit Leuten passiert, die zu viel laut denken. Tage später hat man ihn in seine Zelle. So, weiter hier. These sad memories making me miserable. I just want to be at the ceremony at the temple where Father Glorious always gives hope. Die traurigen Erinnerungen lassen mich schlecht fühlen. Ich möchte einfach nur bei einer Zeremonie dabei sein am Tempel, wo Vater Glorious Hoffnung gibt. Naja. Mer Mercy shakes, that's ich. Ja. I still remember the pain when his fangs pierced into my legs all the way to the bone. 3 men had to pull him off, but it ripped the meat from my leg. Also gerade wurden wir von dem Hund attackiert. Und das mussten 3 Leute den Hund wegziehen. Während das passiert ist, aber auch Fleisch mit abgekommen. I cleaned up the mess many times. After they used stone wall on the prisoners. One time the body was barely joined to the head. As he eaten clean through the neck. Took me all day to clean that mess of blood in the cell block. Also wir haben den Ort oder den Bereich häufig gewaschen. Putzt. Den Eimer. Der Körper mit dem Biss. One time the body was barely joined to the head. Nee, das kriege ich nicht übersetzt. What are the terrible memories of Stonewall floating back to me? 5 prisoners was once planning to escape at the one wounded them all up, whipped them naked. Naked. Äh, Gott, all die schlechte Erinnerungen auf Steinwände. Kam zu mir zurück. 5 Gefangenen planten eins abzuhauen. Die Wächter sammelten sie alle ein und ließen sie yes, they changed their hands up and let stonewards and he footstep getting away, he doesn't see me. Ist es ein Hin- und Rückspiel manchmal, dass wir einer der Wachen sind? Einer der. Wäre jetzt cool, wenn da jemand wirklich. Dass wir Teilzeitwärter sind. Als Person, die lebte. Jetzt sind wir ein Insasse quasi. Jede. Ah, süß. Okay. Und jetzt nochmal rausgucken lassen? Nee, schade. Can't hide in here all day. He smells me out. He's tasted my blood. I knew he won't go for just my leg today. I'm dead afraid. Leave this right now. Kann ich den ganzen Tag mich hier drin verstecken? Er mein Blut gerochen. Ja, und jetzt sind wir ein Insasse, der vor dem Hund abhaut, I guess. Sounds like he's gone off to the other end of the prison, so I will head this other way. I got to stay on my toes, cause he could be lurking in the shadow. Klingt so, als wäre er weg. Nee, das klingt so, als wäre er am anderen Ende vom Gefängnis. Versuche ich den anderen Weg zu gehen. Looks like some of the prisoners got the scribbling tomorrow. The date. And the person Billy probably never told them that they gone be left behind during the apocalypse. Schaut so aus, als würde am nächsten Tag Insasse wieder dran sein. Oder seinen Tag haben. Ja. Und jetzt? Father Glorious always says only you, the true believer, shall ascend to the heavens. Der Vater Glorious sagte immer, nur du, der wahre Gläubige, sollte zum Himmel kommen. In den Himmel kommen, keine Ahnung. Okay. Boy, I get downright giddy just thinking about the promises land that fathers told us of. Where's the cream and honey flows in the streams, where the whips of fruits hangs on every tree. Where's only us believers in the green hills of and meet those? Weiß gar nicht, was GD heißt. Nämlich, ich krieg Erinnerungen, allein daran zu denken, an dem versprochenen Land, den uns was uns Vater erzählte, wo es Eiscreme, Honig in Strömen gab, ja, wo die besten Früchte hingen und irgendwie neben Baum hing. Das in der Welt. Wo nur wir Gläubigen in den grünen Feldern unterwegs waren. Ich weiß nicht, was Meltdowns. Yes, many of the townsfolks got dopes about father, especially that George Grady, but I still dream of the day when the angels fly us, when the angels deserve to die to the heavens. Viele der Dorfbewohner oder der alten Leute hatten Zweifel über den Vater, besonders George Grady. Aber ich glaube oder träume immer noch von dem Tag, an den Engel, wenn der Engel, ja, an den Tag, wo die Engel uns in den Himmel holen. Someday, somebody really ordered truck sense into George. Why the other day, him and many others, own folks were saying, he's gonna need lots of help. against the temple guards. Also der George wurde sehr aufgeklärt quasi und dazu gebracht, sich Tempelritter oder Tempelwärter ähm, zu verteidigen, aufzustehen. Und viele der Leute von den Dorfbewohnern und von der Stadtbevölkerung wurden dazu aufgerufen, sich and dog, my cats, George said the craziest thing I ever heard in all my born days. Down order, free all the black prisoners so they can help take down the temple's guards. Gone plump crazy. George sagte eins, George hat quasi was Verrücktes erzählt, was wir bei den Jahren, die ich auf der Welt bin, warte mal, ich versuch's mal richtig zu übersetzen. Äh, das Ding ist, ich verstehe, was da steht, aber das zu übersetzen ist bei mir immer die Schwere. Auch mal Marquette, eine Redewendung. Äh, George hat uns Sachen erzählt, die wir in unseren Jahren noch nie gehört haben. Ähm, dass die Stadteigenen die schwarzen Gefangenen quasi freilässt, damit man sich gegen die Tempelritter Ritter oder Tempel äh, zusammenstellen konnte. Also es gab quasi einen Aufstand. What exactly does he figured on to just gonna do this prison, open up all the cells? Also quasi wurde daran gedacht, wenn wir die Frage, wie will er es anstellen, einfach die Zellentüre öffnen, sodass da jemand, okay, es regnet. Es sieht gerade cool aus. Und ich wette, dadurch, dass es eh so aufgenommen ist, dieser Ort gibt es wirklich wahre Begebenheit. I guess George thinks it's gonna be a simple walk in the park. He probably thinks he's easily gone come down this here wall. Also wir reden immer noch über George. Stellen uns immer vor, wie er das machen möchte. Dass es einfach sei, in den Park hier einzutreten. Dass er einfach die Wände einreißt, die Mauern kommt. And losing die heizt these and these here burrows so the guards don't see him. Dass er sich hinter den Bäumen versteckt, sodass die Wächter ihn nicht sehen können. Yes. And losing he somehow climbs up this wall and gets through this here window. Dass er irgendwie die Wand hochkommt und in den Fenster da reinkommt. Aber wie will man da reinkommen, wenn das so. Nee, da würde ein Mensch reinpassen. Dann gab es die Tunnels oder wie? And once George gets in, suppose he open up the stairs to free the black prisoners and convince them to march with him to the temple. He really believes I'm gonna give him the extra set of keys that I still got. Dass George irgendwann hier einmarschiert. Gehe davon aus, dass er versucht, die Zellen zu öffnen und die Insassen dafür aufbringt und bringen kann, die Templer quasi zu den Templern zu marschieren, zum Tempel. Dass ich ihnen einfach zu den Schlüssel gebe. Dass he expect that the prison guards and the dogs be asleep. They're gonna welcome with open arms. Denkt er, die Wächter, Gefängniswächter und die Hunde schlafen? Die werden ihn willkommen heißen. Okay, wo sind wir? Lass mich raten, man kann auch in diesen Ort eine Rundführung dann machen. Wäre natürlich cool, da mal selbst zu sein. Don't know that the prison guards be shooting and firing at every last one of them. Be a bloody masquerade. Masquerade. Ist er denn nicht, dass alle Gefängniswärter jeden einzelnen schießen würden? Wäre ein blutiges Massengrab? Or the convicts ever did get out, I can only imagine what they do to the prison guards. Maybe a group of them would even go after Stonewall for all the terror he done. Stonewall ist dann immer das Gefängnis gewesen, quasi, also der Name davon. Sollten die Gefangenen rauskommen, kann ich mir nur vorstellen, dass die Gefängniswärtern sie zurück nach Stonewall bringen. Das ist vielleicht ein Pardon. Kontrast zu Alcatraz. Oder generell damals die Gefangenenlager. Well, at the end of it, you probably find George Grady's body among all the dead. Whitley with bullets, even if the prisoner did get out. Stelle am Ende. Wird man George Grady finden, George Gradys Körper finden, zwischen all den Toten. Selbst wenn die Gefangenen rauskommen. Okay. No, no, no. All this can't happen. Can't happen. Someone better talk some smart and smarts into that boy George, for heaven's sakes. I have word with him. Have a word with him. If I can't find him, that's it. Also wir versuchen immer noch, dass jemand mit George reden sollte, aber nicht daran glauben, dass es funktionieren könnte. Dass es mehr Tote bringt als I would find my way out to the prison now. Ain't nobody here keeps Stonewall. No one would ever hear my prayers for help if he attacks me. Ich werde meinen Weg nach draußen finden. Gibt niemanden hier in Stonewall. Man würde mich noch nicht mal schreien hören. Eine Ratte. This sends chills down my spine. So typische englische Redewendung. Shivers down my spine. Come near this, cause that's where they used to keep Moses. Moses. Hier wird wandern. Moses. Welcher Moses ist der? He used to be a slave and had told others on the plantation about how his ancestors used to do some kind of witchcraft or voodoo many years ago, but he didn't believe in that gibberish himself. Also dieser Sohn war Moses? Oder ist es einfach eine Umschreibung für Mäuse, also Mose, die Geister rumschwören? Dieser Insasse erzählt quasi, dass äh, seine Angehörigen oder seine Besitzer ähm, Hexen, Hexenswerke verzogen haben und Voodoo-Stuff gemacht haben. Auch wenn er das Ganze nicht geglaubt hat. Ich muss sagen, ein bisschen ist das Spiel langatmig. Relentation Moses was had almost 100 pigs, but they all got swine fever once. Big hogs would just lie down all day and huddle together in a pile. Most of them Wilmington with high fevers and diarrhea. Das ist denn Moses? Ja, übersetzen. Also es geht quasi eigentlich um den Text um Feld oder Plantage, wo 100 Schweinchen ähm, gehalten worden sind. Die Schweine würden die ganze Zeit am Boden liegen, zusammengehortet werden. Und in Massen von Verbrauchendes quasi liegen. Viele mit Fieber und Durchfall. Few weeks later, the back legs stopped working on all the hooks on the plantation died of illness. Viele Wochen später, der, heißt der Backleg, wurde die Plantage aufgrund von Krankheiten geschlossen. The plantation owner got to hearing the rumors about what fever spell on the pigs. Just, ähm, Und der Plantageneigner wurde erzählt, dass Moses Fluch auf seine Schweine quasi ausgesprochen hatte. Und dieser dann dafür äh, verhaftet worden ist. Moses was sent here, although he said he didn't know nothing himself about no witchcraft. That was only his pastors. A few months after he was here, many of the prisoners got sick with cholera. Oh, ehrlich gesagt, das Spiel ist sehr langatmig. Dafür, dass man hier eigentlich nur rumsteht und Google Earth macht. Again, people start blaming Moses for the sickness, although he had also gone to sick. He almost died. Deshalb würde ich einfach so vorangehen, vorlesen und gut ist. Many prisoners died from the disease. I hated cleaning up the cells after the piles of dead bodies was gross because I didn't want to get no nasty sickness. Praise the glorious Father that I didn't get sick during that time. The warden decided it was best to lynch Moses because he didn't want him putting no witchcraft at the convict camp elsewhere. Father Glorious agreed, and it was settled to have a lynching in return for the whole public viewing. Ende können wir ja nochmal zusammenführen, was passiert. Ich weiß nicht, wie viele Parts das Spiel überhaupt hat. Moses was known to please that he done nothing to nobody, and they was trying to noose around his neck. He said he cursed the prison and the whole town of Needle, and that his ancestor evil spirits would forever haunt him. I was there when they hung him, since it's my job to clean up afterwards. The branch they was hanging him on broke during the lynching, and he fell from a height which broke both his legs. Ja, warum sind wir so schräg? They dragged his broken body back to the different tree and hung him again. This time it worked. The town folk gave an applause, and I especially remember the beaming smile on Farmer's Jim's face. The memory of his hanging body with his eyes bulging out haunts me every day. Also zusammengefasst der, dass der Moses halt hingerichtet worden ist und seiner Witchcrafts. Und er beim ersten Erhängen das überlebt hat, weil ein Holzstück quasi zerbrochen ist, wo er aufgehangen wurde. Währenddessen sind seine Beine gebrochen worden. Dann haben sie ihn nach draußen gebracht und konnten ihn dann halt erhängen. I always fear that his curse has put demons and wicked spirits on this prison and town. Everything's gone straight to hell and three shakes or a shape pale, as saying goes. Okay. Und während das halt passiert ist, hat er mich ausgesprochen, glaube ich. Seitdem das generell alles passiert ist, wirkt die Stadt sehr verflucht und die von Geistern besucht. Curse that would suffer has already come true. Goodness, goodness gracious sakes, I got to go to the temple and tell Father Glorious about all this. Her and and he alone can save us. That's what he always says, the ceremony. So jetzt gehen wir zum Glorious, zum Vater Glorious. Much time left for the day to end. Tell Father Glorious that Moses cost you frame on order walking, but ich hoffe, wir schaffen es jetzt schnell durch. Das ist echt langatmig. Thanks the Lord, I'm far enough. Yeah. Thanks the Lord, I'm far enough from the prison now. I often wish that the temple weren't built on such a high cliff, but I appreciate the cause I ain't to worry about stone wall following me all the way here. Father Glorious said the temple built on a cliff so he can watch over us for our protection. Many dangers out there for us plain simple town folks. Father says the biggest one is black people. Since the war ended, we've been told that the blacks needs to be put in prison and kept inside, or else they will run rampant on our women and children. All that Father asks in return for this protection is that we donate our earnings to the temples, which is being gladly doing. Okay. Remember being that spot just the other day. I was sitting on the here walk with little Susie and other children was playing Nerby nearby. Nerby. A couple of children had put pine seats under this tree and was waiting behind it with a basket. They was trying to catch fox squirrels. They finally trapped one and they hollered with joy. I'm gonna break this mouse and out others' hands, said one of the rascals. And I'm gonna start a fire so we can burn it like we seen at the ritual the other day, says the other one. Susie picked up a rock on the child's foot before they could do anything that made them scoot away, and Susie feet were my most favorite child, always laughing and always smiling. A big bright smile. Ja. Aber was hört man denn hier? I ain't hear her laughing a laugh in a long time. So she was helping and escaped prisoners, and the temple found out soon after it was announced that she been chosen as the new Lady Bliss. I was overjoyed for her, little Susie, been chosen to be the newest wife of Father's Glorious. Father says it's his holy duty to get married 80 times by the apocalypse, and now Susie would be one of the ladies bliss. I remember seeing her at the wedding ceremony. She looked like an angel when she was walked down this aisle and sat next to Father Glorious. I looked at her and she looked back at me with the saddest eyes. Oh, how I wish I could comfort her at that moment. I seen her 3 months later in the next ceremony when Father Glorious was marrying the new young lady Bliss. Susie stood behind the throne, alongside all the other lady Bliss. She looked different than the other girls because she wasn't smiling. Her eyes had an empty lost look. I waved to her student. Wo, wait a goddamn minute. That sounds like Susie. Susie, my child, where are you? Yeah. Susie, it's really you? I'm so glad I finally found you. I can't wait to tell your parents. They've been worried sick about you. Been asking the whole town since I had heard from you, but they always turn topic when I say your name. They just look down and never answer. Your eh? Your ma and pa looking awful broken hearted as of late. They don't even look like the same folks or with sunken eyes and deep buried frowns. Like all the happiness been sucked straight out of them. Äh, Scheinbar haben wir gerade eine Erinnerung. Slow down, shout. My legs ain't so good and I've been walking all day. Listen, something awful strange is going on. The whole town just appeared. Oh boy, sit down by the water for a minute. My dog's killing me. Oh, this why you. I don't like coming here because I've seen a few dead bodies of prisoners washed up on this here shore. I ain't seen no gunshot wounds. Them, I figured they either drowned or was drowned by somebody. There's the Alabama River. It takes many hours by boat to get to the next nearest town, called it Zillow. That's actually where I'm from. I came to Needle more than 15 years ago. Boy, sure I had a different life back then. Some of town folks been thinking about taking a boat and leaving Needle for good. It's too late for that now, 'cause the big day's tomorrow. The apocalypse. Wird mal schalte ich kurz auf Twitter. Hab mir mal viel besser. Nicht ganz so, mal gucken, wo es kommt. Tomorrow on the 8th August 1988, the whole town gonna gather in the big field and of us gonna drink the heavy milk. Es ist wirklich, das ist die irgendeine Sekte. Das ist Sekte. The town children first to drink it, then they put their face first they did and wait for their angels to take them to heaven. Yes. Also das erinnert mich an Gott, wie hießen die? Ich glaube, das hatte ich auch damals im Schulunterricht. The Dead was done, folks. We drink it, and finally, Father Glorious at the end gets slap happy thinking about the final moments as we all lay on the field with our face covered. Ich erinnere mich sogar an ein Bild davon. Some weeks ago, we all brought to the field to practice the last day, but we was giving just regular oat milk, not the special heavenly milk, bacon and throwing down at the prison. Why I be? Where the heck is all the temple guards? There's always a small army of them guarding these temples gates, but ain't no trace of them in today. The whole town afraid of those bastards. They wear ugly green robes and frightening with wigs. Worst part is the mask they wear with long nose hanging down their chins. Big circles for their eyes and a creepy smile that stretches ear to ear. And they carry powerful rivals. No one knows who's behind the mask. Neither. Heard that one must pass many vile and despicable ritual to become a temple guard. Can't even think about those thick customs. I had a nightmare about the exact spot on the other night. It was dreadfully scary and really shook me up. Only thing that gave me peace was that it ain't possible to happen in real life. I dreamed that there was a whole cavalry of temple guards here, more than 50 of them. They was standing all alert and ready to shoot, shouting orders to each other and taking up positions. There was a terrifying panic in their voices, such that I fathom. Yeah. There's over yonder, a mass of people slowly approaching and hiding among the trees and bushes. It was black faces and white faces, prisoners and townfolk all together. Aber hier werden die Sachen vermischt. Das eine klingt nach einer Sekte, das andere klingt nach Freiheitsbekämpfung. and the mass of people keep marching forward. Hundreds of them. That's when the temple guards start firing and keep on firing till this place was just heavy smoke from the rivals. Bodies upon dead bodies lay in wake. Black bodies and white bodies, prisoners and town folks. Blood streamed into bullets from the corpse, but the mass keep coming forward, stepped over dead bodies, trampling over the almost dead. And a few other guards run out of bullets and try to escape from the growing mob. One guard climbed up this here pole but slipped right on the rocks with a bone crushed throat. And the mob beats on his dead body till his green robe darkened with bleeding. Also wir haben gerade die Situation, dass irgendwie der Push quasi stattfindet. Dass die ganzen Leute halt die Templer erstürmen und auch töten, beispielsweise. The guard's mask had broken when he fell and distinctly remember in the nightmare that it was dead faces of Farmer Jim. Ach, das war der Farmer Jim, okay. Also einer der Temple Guards war quasi Farmer Jim. The nightmare. Found myself as part of the mob, and there was no black or white in this mob. It was just one big breathing, heaving and seething monster. And the temple guard shoots away at the monster, but there was no stopping it now. There was just too much bottled up rage, owing rage at the lies, rage at the truth, rage at the injustice, rage at the exploitation, rage at the abuse, and rage at simply being made a fool of. Also die rächen sich alle. Geträumt davon, oder ist es dann schon passiert? But the strong rivals did damage to the beast. Countless humans' carcasses lay all over this place. Some were blown off limbs, others half dead, crying for help in agony. But the crowd keep on coming forward to get the guards. And in the nightmares, some of the scariest parts was what happened when the Stone Fox got a hold of the guards. The Stone Fox didn't have no rivals. They only brought whatever tools from their homes like knives, hammers and axes. Okay. Also ist doch nur ein Traum oder ein wahr gewordener Albtraum. The mob bounced on a temple guard and the townfolk mashed it in his head with iron rods, boots and iron griddles. The townswoman then repeatedly stabbed one his body in hysteria on this here well, otherwise screaming like a rabid animal. Also die Anwohner, die den Putsch gemacht haben, haben sich wie Tiere verhalten bei dem Putsch quasi und haben die ganzen Leute halt umgebracht. Haben alles Mögliche, was sie zu Hause hatten, mitgebracht. Und this another part of the dream. I saw a group of barefoot prisoners overpowering a couple of guards and grabbed their rivals from them. The prisoners didn't know how to fire the gun, but mistakenly pulled the trigger and shot the guard through the stomach. at point blank range. The force of the shoot pushed the prisoners off his feet, and he flew down the sledge. As for the guard, the shot almost blew his body into halves. And the craziest crowd just lurched forward. It was covered with the mixed blood of dead prisoners and dead town folks and dead guards. They was drenched wet from the weathering humidity, and their eyes had the look of pure lunacy. Some folks had brought with them firelit torch, and they lighted ablaze the dead bodies of the guards. They hollered and laughing like white children, as if they were was funny about it. At the end of the dream, all the guards been killed. The prisoners and town, town folks sat here, all in complete silence. Then one of the town men spoke out in loud tropes, and the rest of the folk joined in mourning, moaning the loss of the town children, their fellow town folks, other hopes, other cried for their nearly found freedom. Also an der Stelle haben sich die Dorfbewohner kurz versammelt und zusammen für die verstorbenen Kindern, die von den Templern da eingesperrt worden sind, I guess. Für die halt quasi geweint wird und für die laut gesungen wird. Strange that I have the same nightmare almost every night, and I always wake up screaming and crying from it. It wasn't easy, but I finally made it to the temple. I'm already starting to feel peace in my mind as I arrived to my most favorite place. I wish everyone could see how grand the temple is. The lovely marble on the floors from some far off country. The fine wooden roofs it all the way up from Oregon. Stained glass mural is by some fancy artist up north. I'm gonna bow down at Father Gloria's feet even longer than you usually do, cause I'm so delighted to see him and finally tell him, however, once gonna missing. I'm sure he will find us. Wie wird man jetzt vom Gucken? I wonder if they let me into the temple, though. There's been too much tension between the town and temple recently. Okay, also wir versuchen jetzt zum Tempel zu kommen. And the tension's been taking toll even on poor Father Glorious. At a sermon some days ago, he said there was traitors among us. And he broke down crying, asking if we lost our faith in him. We all shouted a resounding no and told him that he our savior. How could we ever lose our faith in him? Thankfully, that cheered him up and he was all smile the next minute. Okay. Oh my lord, our temple is on fire. Oh Lord mercy. Help. Please somebody. Help. Our holy temple is burning. Sweet Lord, have mercy. The whole temple is on fire. It's all burned down to hell. Damn, that George Grady and the rest of the non-believers who's been planning this, they burn it down. They really burn it down. Where's Father Glorious? Where's all the ladies' bliss? God Almighty, what should I do? There's just nothing left no more. This ain't soul here to help me. Too much blood, sweat and tears went into building this temple, and many blacks died during its construction. Father Glorious said it'd be the last structure during the apocalypse, but now it's all gone already. Yeah. Why? This is where sound folks would sit on the floor when Father delivers his sermons. It was only a few days ago when he was preaching and getting us ready for the last day. And this where Father Glorious sit on his mighty purple throne. As many wives standing behind him and currently Lady Bliss beside him. And behind them, the mouth like showed Father's counter with the angels. Yeah. And these here special rooms, none of us Town folks allowed them. They're only for Father's special friends like Judge Ravenel, the sheriff, and other big officials. They always accompanied by one of the young ladies bliss. Ah, ja. Ich will ja nicht wissen, warum. But now it's all been burned down to dust by George and his merry band of non-believers. You all ain't coming to heaven with us tomorrow. You can burn and scorch here during the apocalypse. Tomorrow, how's any of us going to heaven? Heaven's Father Glorious ain't there. Gonna happen tomorrow on the big day that all of us been waiting for. Ich kann mir vorstellen, dass man so die letzten Schriften von dieser einen Sekte benutzt hat. Weshalb das so weird geschrieben ist. Also wenn es wirklich eine Sekte ist, aber klingt nach dieser Are all of us honest to God believers all also gonna burn in fires with the apocalypse happened? Are we to suffer for the ex those doggone non-believers that did? Weißt du, was wir tut? No, no, no. I've been running all over hell's I've preparing for the big day tomorrow. Dawn waited patiently 40 years to go to heaven and taste the streams of honey and cream and the fine wines. And be in the green hills away from this cursed stinking town of needle and cursed stagnant prison and all the death and the dead bodies, the torture, and I'm getting dizzy. Ja, das fühle ich auch gerade. And I get thinking, can't think, and too old, and I'm thirsty, and I'm faint, and I'm getting dizzy. This one. Oh my, what happened? That Sunny screams, where am I? Passed out. Already night. Susie, where are you? I gotta find. She's the stronger, ain't like her scream. She had an escape prisoners knowing. Dawn, well, what happened to her family and herself? Her ma and pa was beaten up by the guards in front of the whole town, in front of Susie. Her parents only agreed to the marriage after the temple treated them with a much worse fate for her. The last time I saw her at the temple, she was standing behind the thrones. The other ladies, please. Dropped a letter for me and I sneakily picked it, sneakily picked up when I bowed down at father's feet. I gave the letter to George Grady because he's one of the few folks in the town that can read. I don't know what it said, but I remember seeing the color leave his face after he read it. He wrote a reply and asked me to give it to Susie, but I ain't seen her since. Ja. Also wir suchen gerade die Susie, irgendwas mit ihr passiert ist. Susie's letters, George caught a secret town meeting late other night. That's when he proposed his silly ideas of freeing the prisoners to temple guards. After the meeting, when I was sitting alone at home, I heard a knock on the door. Well, lo and behold, it was none other than Farmer Jim, and he brought along a bottle of freshly made moonshine. You know, I stopped drinking many years ago. Miss Wilson says the devils are in that bottle. Well, maybe I did. I have a wee bit here and there when she gone to bed early, and Billy slid me a few tips every time we had a hard day at the prison. And knows that no good farmer Jim wheedled me into having some moonshine with him, and I had too much to drink. I told him stuff from the meetings that I ain't ought to have. I'm sure Farmer Jim went and told the temple about the town folks having dopes about the apocalypse. I Because my damn self for spilling the beans about the meeting. Ich komm langsam zur Potte, ey. Dear my George, dearly pray you read my first letter. As I had written, you must do all you can stop the town from drinking the heavenly milk. Town has been lied to about everything. I beg you, please, please save the people. The temple has started suspecting me. Give me my love to Ma and Fa. Susi wurde weggesperrt, I guess, weil sie die Leute da befreit hat und sie hat die Milch getrunken, diese vergiftete Milch. I wish to heaven I would learned how to read when Susie was trying to teach me about. I always keep forgetting everything. Everything. Every, everything? Nee, everything. I ain't got time to figure out what this letter says. Wo ist das nächste? Ja. Judging by the moon is already well past midnight. It means the apocalypse is upon us. But the angels ain't gonna come unless Father reads his special prayer. Only one place the mob could take him. I got to find him. I leave the flowers I picked for the Susie here. Backing myself down the hill and made it to the farms that lead back to the town. I'm gonna. I got to stay positive. Everything's gonna be fine. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Those stagnant fools burn down the tempest, but they never do nothing to Father Glorious. No, they wouldn't lay finger on him. Why he spent his life for our benefit, looking over us, protecting us, and preparing us for today. Whatever misunderstanding the town had, he's still our Father's glorious Son. Also bisher zusammengefasst sind wir jetzt am Tage, wo die vorhaben, diese vergiftete Milch quasi zu trinken. Davor war halt kurz was erzählt von wegen, dass die Susi dazu gezwungen wurde, zu dem Priester und dem Vater dazu zu gehören, nach dem Motto, dass ihre Eltern halt verprügelt worden sind, damit sie halt zusagen und sowas. Letztendlich ist die Susi eigentlich schon tot, da sie diese Milch getrunken hat. Entweder wurde es für sie schon geschrieben, so nach dem Motto, oder sie hat es selber geschrieben. No, they ain't gonna do what was done to Titus. I promise, Miss Wilson, I wouldn't go to the ritual, but gosh damn it. I went to the one Titus was invited to. I saw when the tone fog back Titus blindfold drew this meat downs in their white robes while chanting glory, glory. And when they killing, they call hellfire. Weiße Robes? Was ist das doch jetzt Kuckucksklan? And I seen what Farmer Jim lit fire and town folk sat on benches. And as Father Glorious read from the holy book, I remember seeing the terror of Titus' blindfold face. So, jetzt geht's wieder um Titus. Could smell the black smoke on. Must know what was coming. Titus was then tied to a stake, kicking and screaming. He was carried into the raging fire as it swallowed him up whole. All of us just sat and watched it, even the town children, also der Titus wurde verbrannt. Vor allen Leuten. And that's where they taken father now. They're gonna tie him on the stake, they're gonna light up the fire, and those non-believing bastards are gonna burn him alive. There's gonna be nothing left of our father glorious. What is. Also jetzt kriegt der Priester quasi die Retourkutsche. Wird laut der Aussage selbst verbrannt beim lebendigen Leibe. I'm losing it again. I got to breathe and be calm. Ain't nothing gonna happen. Everything is fine. You all been waiting to dawn long for this day. I'm gonna find Father's Glorious soon. He'll be dressed in his fine white robe. And soon when it's dawn, the town bells with toll and all the town folks congregate in the field. There will be joy on everyone's face. Excitement that we all soon fly away to heaven. And many of the folks be looking to the skies to try and see the big white light that the angels shine. Okay. Also die ganzen Leute erwarten jetzt abgeholt zu werden. And when everyone is gathering, Father Glorious reads us his final ceremony, and he will remind us how blessed we are to believers, for only we will ascend to the promised land. And for the non-believers and the blacks, they will be destroyed by nails and fires, and everything be devoured by the blaze of the apocalypse. We look down from the sky to see this and so. Okay, jetzt sind wir wirklich zum Ende von dem Part, wo sie. Ganz verstehe ich das gerade nicht. Also teils sind wir jetzt in dem Part, wo die sich quasi mittrinken wollen, um halt abgeholt zu werden. Und erzählen quasi, dass ungläubige, schwarze und sonstige durch Feuer umkommen, durch alles Mögliche. Und dass sie das Ganze vom Himmel sehen. And when the final ceremony is complete and the town folks have a blood sample, gods bring the heavy cakes filled with heavenly milk. Ich überlege gerade, wie die tatsächliche Sekte da nochmal hieß. So. And first all the town children be lined up, and then they will be given a glass of the milk. They be told to drink even if it tastes full. And after that their ma and pa, the white clothes round their faces. And the children lay down in the field, and it will be the parents turn to drink the milk. Also jetzt ist es so, dass die Kinder zuerst trinken und dann dessen Eltern. And sometimes something go awful wrong. Many of the children start screaming, most painful heat cries, and then more children start wailing and shrieking in complete torment. Und also irgendwas ist falsch gelaufen und die Kinder schreien voller Schmerzen, während die weitere Kinder jetzt verunsichert sind. Many of the children be grabbing their heads with extreme pain, the likes they ain't never felt. And many of the white clothes wrapped around their heads become stained. Kinder spürten halt sehr viel Schmerz in der Brust und haben sich überwiegend übergeben. And the parents want to help the children, but they stopped by the guards with powerful rifles. And the desperate parents pushed the guards away, but the children have already stopped screaming and crying, and they have fallen face first on the field, lying without breathing. Also die Eltern haben geschnallt, dass irgendwas falsch ist und wollten den Kindern helfen. Aber die Guards, also die Wächter, haben sie aufgehalten. Parents finally start understanding the whole truth and they fix their maniac eyes on the temple guards and Father Glorious give instruction to the guards that in dem Moment fingen die ganzen Eltern halt auch an zu verstehen, was passiert. Und wo sie es mitbekommen hatten, hat Vater Glorious die Wächter quasi dazu gebracht, auf alle zu schießen. Will die by gunshots to the head, to the chest, and one back. Others die getting crushed as the townfolk rush to live in their homes. But the guard shoots many who are open and kill what they find inside by. Also währenddessen, die sich quasi da anfingen, die Milch zu gönnen, haben die Wächter die ganzen Leute umgebracht. Die Leute, die sich versteckt haben in den Häusern. Da haben sie sich quasi Weg frei gemacht durch Schießen und haben auch die Leute dann geholt. Hey, I can hear the sound of chanting. I recon I'm close to the mob. I better hurry and get to them before they light the fire. Please don't do it. You are gonna be forgiven if you repent and let Father Glorious go. Even Judge Grady can be forgiven for blooding against Father. Damn it, I should never give him the blast letter from Susie. Got him really, really wild up. Don't even know what's... Also dieser Vater Glorious sagt, dass jeder sich zusammenreißen soll und dass jeder quasi doch noch in den Himmel kommen kann, wenn er ihn gehen lässt. Could never give George the extra keys to the prison. I didn't know he actually pulled off his ridiculous idea. Why? What in temptation is that damn dog Stonewall doing here? Why, I really lost my marbles. That dog was killed when the prisoners escaped. Yeah. I've been looking forward to this day for more than 14 years. Dutifully paying my earnings to the temple and devoting my heart and soul to Father's glorious. It was supposed to be the happiest day all our lives, the day when all our miseries would finally go away. Indeed, the apocalypse happened on 80 August 1988. That's not the one we was promised for so long. Why thought of milk from heaven caused little children and then put to the death? And what kind of temple kills their own congregations? And what kind of leader peacefully watched a violent masquerade on foot on his own faithful believers? Father Glorious must have had some divine reasons how could be wrong. Ja. Gerade wurde alles nochmal in Frage gestellt, wie es dazu passieren konnte, dass er von ihm so viel geglaubt hat. Und dass, wie er zusehen kann, dass sein eigenes, die eigene Bevölkerung halt untergeht. They already lit the fire. For the love of God, let him go. Whatever he did was likely for our benefits. Only he can take us to the promised lands. Let us forget the stretch behind us. And attain to paradise with the angels. Also es gibt eine Partei, die ihn brennen sehen möchte und die andere Partei glaubt noch, dass er ein wohin bringen kann. Been too much on that red fateful day. Too much death and too much bloodshed and too much savagery. Please take me away from here. I've been living through the same nightmare for too many years. I can't take it no longer. I've been looking all day, wondering where the stone folks and the prisoners appeared to, but I finally remember where everyone is now. They're all dead and gone since years ago. Da steht gar nichts. Auch nichts. Fehlt hier was oder soll das so sein? Upp, upp. Lass mich raten, ich bin der Einzige, der jemals so weit gespielt hat. Nee. The whole town says I'm a dummy because I can't think so good. And I keep forgetting everything, but I ain't no difference from the others. We all simply forget things we seen and we ain't never learn from them. I overheard Professor telling the other prisoners one day, we forget what happened in the past. We let it repeat again and again. Nothing is going to change unless stop forgetting. Only dishonest prophets will keep springing up and sing their gospel of against them. They will keep dividing us for their own benefits. We will keep praising them and following them with eyes shut and mind class. When are we going to start learning? When we going to start learning from the past? When we are going to open your eyes, our eyes? Sure. I'm just curl up and sit here a while. I'm out and I seen a hell of lot that ain't no man outer. And I know darned well when I wake up tomorrow, I'm gonna forget everything and live the same day over again, just like I've been living it repeatedly for the last 12 years. I wish I died in the mines like all the others that day many years ago. Oh Lord, why you let me alive and see all that seen in this cursed town? Why? Why? 27 years later. Okay. Get the hell out now, save yourself, it's all crashing down. Oh my god, I can't see, help me, help me. Wollen die ein Bild machen? Yes. Get out, Gottfried, you can't save them. Hurry up, for you won't make it. God damn, the mining company for sending us down here. My lord, it's just smashing bodies under the rocks. Oh my lord. You're almost out there. There's the exit. Hurry up now. Okay. Irgendwie schon da. Created by... Ah, wir sind durch. Yes. Down after scandal. Judge and jail is accused of fighting from prisoners. Catward prison has been permanently shut down following damning report by Senator Barnes of Alabama. The report detailed a litany of abuse, torture, corruption, and convict leasing. The majority of prisoners were black, and many had lighting of mysterious bright light in the sky leaves many in awe view. They were resident in the small town of Trinity, Alabama, left in state of shock when a bright, mysterious flying object fly around. Let's say the strange object described a large, bright light was first seen hovering in the air before flying off. Speed and this. Das ist aber etwas Modernes. Ich glaube, das hatte ich sogar mal gelesen, irgendwas. Horrifying scene of a massive murder and suicide in rural Alabama town. Dorothy yesterday made the shocking discovery of hundreds of dead bodies in the small town of Needle, Alabama. Bodies were believed to be members of obscure apocalypse. Also hier wurden echt viele Sachen vermischt und zusammengepackt. 50 years after Needle Old tragedy, former cult member revealed or Maybe Jones a dramatic childhood in the famous kinship temple cult of Needle A. I don't want anyone to go through what I did. The whole town thought I had died after. Man rescued 8 days after slow mine collapse. Fates of tragedy and survival confident have chosen that a one person purposely alive as he was tried with severe brain damage. Okay. Ja, okay. 166. Jetzt kommt denn jetzt noch? Stop your goddamn hollering and mowing, you stupid cow. I'm coming. And man get no goddamn sleep around here. What's the word come to that? Like a cat ride has sent to horses and cow. It was done ravaged my whole business. Was loosely no good. Yankees destroyed my land and made my uncle eat food, damn it, slave. Hell, I gave those black food and shadows, but they betrayed me in the end. They left me the minute they could, just like she left me soon as my money done won. First of all, and curse this blessed cur that just won't stop hollering. Wie lange geht denn das? Hi Max. Alles gut bei dir? I miss the good old days just to be sitting on my perch watching the slaves work in the fields, hearing them say Jesus, Jesus, Jeju every time I ask for anything, but now look at me. Ain't got no more slaves, no more money, no more family, no more damn bei dir. Bei mir ist auch alles gut, alles entspannt. Hat nur ein sehr langatmiges Spiel durchspielen. As I got left couple hours that don't let me sleep in one job at the prison. Boy, whenever I get the chance, gonna be hell for all those who wronged me. Sind wir jetzt der eine Bewohner der Gym Average, nee, in every cat rides? Must show everybody again once I get back on my feet. I've been waiting with the clam and I've been going back to church. The Lord's gonna show me the way. Hätte man nicht das Spiel einfach beenden können, nachdem man... Was verstehe ich manchmal nicht. Wir hatten Credits, wir hatten eine kurze Erklärung, was passiert ist und jetzt man das nochmal in die Länge. Where the hell did all my cows go? Jetzt kommen Aliens. Sag ich doch. Jetzt sind wir aber durch, oder? Oh, oh, oh. Thank you for playing. If you enjoy, please leave a review on the store so we can make similar experience in the. Es war irgendwie cool, sehr langatmig. Es ist weird, wie die ganzen Sachen zusammengesetzt worden sind. Also, man hatte ein Gefängnis, wo Scheiße ablief, wo Menschen, die halt schwarz waren, schlecht behandelt worden sind, missbraucht worden sind, alles Mögliche. Dann hat man die eine Sekte, die sich umbringen ließ, weil sie gehofft haben, abgeholt zu werden. Dann die, dieses Volk, was die irgendwie einen Putschversuch oder so probiert hatten. Dann plötzlich